Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Morning Live. Appreciate you watching our show. Now, labor unions have welcomed the appointment of former Governor of the Reserve Bank Tito Mboweni as the new Minister of Finance. Mboweni replaced Nhlanhla Nene, who resigned from his post. Nene had testified at the Zondo Commission of Inquiry of State Capture that he had several meetings with the Gupta family. And this week, the Congress of South African Trade Unions, COSATU, has also called for Nhlanhla Nene to resign. So to talk more about this and get their reaction, we join in studio by Mike Shingange, who's COSATU's first deputy president. Thanks so much for coming through.
Thanks for having us.
You've called for the resignation of Nhlanhla Nene. He's gone. So how do you feel at this point about, firstly, him leaving, and secondly, his successor, Tito Mboweni?
Well, about him leaving, we're very pleased that he took accountability. I mean, he lived up to the expectation of the new list that we've opened up since the appointment of Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa, that there must be transparency in all what we do. There must also be accountability in case we are found by wanting. So he was swift, but also want to congratulate the president for also swiftly accepting the resignation, because if that aura of the president that seems not to be tolerating any wrongdoings in his cabinet is something that's beginning to bring confidence on South Africans. So we welcome that indeed has left. Not many people, there are many people that should have resigned long time ago. Some of them have been kicked, dragged, kicked and screaming. Some of them are resisting, but he took the honorable thing. For Tito Mboweni, well, we welcome him. We wish him well. We will remember him as a minister who, in the post-1994, he was responsible for drafting most of the progressive labor relations, labor laws in this country, which became very progressive and was very friendly to trade unions at that time. Of course, we had our issues when he became the Reserve Bank in terms of his inflation targeting and refusing to transform the mandate of the Reserve Bank into that one of developmental and also job creation. That's one thing but for now, we are focusing on somebody who can steer the ship of trying to rebuild the economy that is ailing, which Nhlanhla Nene was on the right track. Unfortunately, the revelations didn't help it. So we're wishing him luck as he goes and deliver the medium-term budget speech. We hope that is going to bring confidence and more strategic direction in terms of what is that we're going to do to try and rebuild the economy.
Mr. Shingange, as you say, you did have some problems when Mr. Mboweni was the governor of the Reserve Bank. You talk about inflation targeting, and he was, according to COSATU, a very conservative governor. Do you expect anything to change at this point?
Well, with Treasury, we don't. Look, Treasury as an institution, it's an institution that we have always fought against in terms of how it does things. But by the way, the Reserve Bank and Treasury, they're almost the same thing. They are orthodox economics. So we will always have running battles with him in case he doesn't live up to our expectations of transforming the Treasury as an institution. We have been having issues with Treasury, irrespective of the minister I don't remember any minister that we were friends with at Treasury because of the nature of the institution itself. But we think we have recently concluded a job summit, a presidential job summit. The president has recently announced a stimulus package to try and do better with the economy. It is our hope that if we focus on those and we deliver on those, we are prepared to give him a chance. By the way, it is a transitional measure. We don't expect him to be here after the 2019 elections. We do think that the reason he accepted this portfolio is because he understands that he has to help the country to transit into the new era. So we don't expect much change from him. We don't think it will come with his own policies. The policies are there already, but we are saying there's an intervention in the ailing economy. There's a job summit agreements. He must focus on those jobs. There's a stimulus package. He must make sure that he funds and he prioritizes on those.
Very interesting. You say you don't expect him to be here post the 2019 elections. Is that not counterproductive, given that we have had to this point, already 5 ministers of finance in a space of 3 years.
There were 5 ministers of finances in a 5th administration. When we come back from the elections next year, we'll have a 6th administration. That we believe that there must be new ideas, there must be credible people, there must be young blood there. We think that there must be innovative people that will be there. Well, we're not dictating to the president. We just don't see him himself, Tito Mboweni, having an interest of coming back after the 2019 election. But we're not dictating that he mustn't come back. But we just don't see how he will still hope at his age, having done so much in this country, he will really want to risk staying for another 5 years in this position.
Were you consulted about Tito Mboweni's appointment as an alliance partner?
Of course, we were consulted on a number of things. Remember, it was not just about Tito Mboweni and Nhlanhla Nene. It was a whole range of things, that the developments that have been there now in the country, in this cluster of economy.
So you agreed with his appointment?
We did, yes, we did.
All right. Well, Mr. Shingange, what would you like to see him tackle first?
Like I said, jobs. As we are led by trade union, we're concerned about securing jobs first, making sure that no sector will continue to bleed jobs, public sector or even private sector. Must secure jobs, must create jobs, must fund the infrastructure as promised by the president in the job summit and also in the stimulus package that will support him in this transitional period.
Well, thank you so much, COSATU's first Deputy President, Mike Shingange, and very interesting.